Hello everyone, and welcome to our Assassin's Creed Origins Let's Play. Today we continue our journey with Incoming Threat. So of course we're going to start things off by doing some reconnaissance, considering that it looks like we're actually moving our way into a heavily fortified base. And of course we want to make things as easy as possible for us, but it does appear like our target is actually located inside of this building potentially. But also, we also need to kill all the invaders, so it's going to be of the most importance that we try to do this as stealthy as possible, but at the same time, if things happen to go loud, then obviously we're going to utilize all of our equipment and all of our assassin abilities to basically kill everybody. Like that dude will no longer be a problem, so we've been able to take care of him.
He may be carrying important information. This may tell me what their plan is.
We're actually going to go take care of this guy as well. I'm curious to see if he's going to allow us to simply grab him, but it doesn't look like it. However, he's not really going to have a whole lot to say about it in just a moment. This guy may have unfortunately heard a little bit too much noise, but as he comes up this ladder here, I may be able to grab him and drag him into the abyss. Now we do have another guy over here, so we're actually going to scale up here and do a little bit of jumping and stabbing. And then obviously we'll use this lush grass over here to sneak up on this other guy that's doing a little bit of patrolling at the moment. We have a few lions over here. We could definitely utilize them. However, I feel like that may not be the best way to go about things. So we're actually going to stay away from them for just a moment. But this dude's actually been taking a nap. He's been taking a nap too long. I mean, he's on the job. We're paying him. What's wrong with people these days? But in the meantime, we're going to sneak over to his other friend that's just way too oblivious to everything going on around him. Now, of course, as you guys can see, we do have a guy in the lookout tower as well, so we're going to have to be careful of that individual, but it looks like he may be coming down to play, so we may be able to chain some stealth kills here. Alright, so we've been able to take care of those guys. Obviously, we have some wildlife that's kind of roaming around a little bit, but let's actually work our way over to this other gentleman over here. We should be coming up on him here before very long, and looks like we'll be able to take care of him. Now, unfortunately, we haven't located everybody just yet, so we obviously still have some military presence, which has unfortunately been roaming around. However, let's see if we can actually locate where these guys are. It looks like a couple of guys mainly up there, and another gentleman in another lookout tower. Now, of course, we need to maybe refill on arrows, but it actually doesn't look to be the case. However, as we climb up to this gentleman up here, which is having way too much fun, feeling like he's the king of the world, we'll be able to take care of him. I am tempted to jump from the very top of this and shoot this guy on the entire way down, but I don't think that's probably going to be the way to go about it. However, that gentleman over there will most definitely be getting shot at by this bow. You know, you definitely got to utilize those stealth kills when you can, and then this other guy over here will do basically the same thing too. That is probably one of my favorite abilities that we've recently unlocked. I feel like it's just such a cool thing to be able to utilize. But in the meantime, it does look like we may have one more gentleman that's actually lurking on the other side. So we'll actually make sure to go over to him and obviously say hello. If we can do a little bit of slow motion killing, then obviously we'll make sure to utilize that as well. But hard to say. The night is young and full of terrors. Guys, look, he's sleeping. He's such a tired individual. It's been one long of a day. Let's see. How do we go about this? Maybe just shoot him in the neck several times and then slash him?
I will destroy these carts, and Jibade will soon meet Anubis.
Alrighty, so as you guys can see, we have some objectives that are very far away. Obviously, in just a moment, we'll be zipping our way all the way over there, and we'll be rejoining up here very shortly. Alrighty, so we need to do a little bit of reconnaissance here to locate exactly where our target is located. Like he might be somewhere in this general area. As you guys can see, we actually have located our targets. We have to be a little bit careful considering that this is actually an area that's actually utilized quite heavily. So obviously there may be reinforcements right around the corner, but in the meantime, there's actually just, looks like a couple of gentlemen over here. Obviously get that guy off of that real quick. This dude does not really stand much of a chance. And then obviously we're going to break out this. Do a little bit of a hit there, but I'm mainly actually coming for this attack here.
That is one. Now the other two.
Alright, so we've actually found our way all the way to another fortified position here. As you guys can see, we have an absolute ton of military presence. Once again, not that there should be a whole lot of surprises. It does appear like our target is actually a little bit more all the way into this actual compound itself. Definitely going to have to be a little bit careful. However, I think I might actually just ride my way all the way straight in and actually just make a break for it, considering that there are just so much military presence that it would just take way too long to try to stealth kill everybody. And I feel like we can actually just quickly gallop our way all the way in here with our trusty companion, come up, do a little bit of slashing, and get out of here before anybody even knows what's going on. Now we're going to quickly make a quick exfil out of here as quick as possible before everybody knows that we're in here, but obviously we'll take out a couple of guys in the process. But this guy's actually got a shield. Get a little bit of bleed effect on him real fast, but it looks like we've actually been able to successfully escape out of there without them really know what's going on. And in just a moment, I'll see you guys at our last location.
Jibade must be somewhere in this fortress.
Alrighty here, so we obviously have a massive fortress here. We've located one of our targets so far, but unfortunately we're still looking for the last one. I'm going to venture and say this gentleman's probably down here with this giant armada of military presence, which is unfortunate. However, since this thing is so close to the gate, we may be able to actually take care of it if we decide to go all the way around real quick, so we can at least take care of one of our objectives to start things off with. Now, in just a moment, I might do a little bit more reconnaissance just so we know how much military is actually over here. It's a good thing we did that, as you guys can see. We are picking up on just a multitude of additional stuff. Obviously got some cages over here, so we can probably make a educated guess that these guys are not very kind. They probably like to stick either people or animals inside of those, so obviously it's going to be our best interest to try not to get caught. Now we do also have to be kind of careful of these watchtowers, considering that obviously that's not really going to be in our benefit for being all sneaky beaky like. We were able to take care of that one guy to start things off with, and then obviously we need to be a little bit careful about this guy over here, considering that I suspect that he's probably going to be a pretty strong individual. You know, he's been lifting every day, kind of his favorite hobby.
So much for their bribery. Very well. Now Jibade will meet my blade.
Alright, so we've successfully taken care of one of the things so far. However, I actually want to go kill this guy real quick, considering that I feel like he's just having too much fun over here. Alright, so we got that guy up there, but I'm not really too worried about him just yet. Obviously, I say that now knowing that he could become a problem at a later time, but as of the moment, things are actually working out for us.
Soon more soldiers will arrive. We'll outnumber him 4-1. He'll have to give in.
He'll try to hold out.
Guys are unfortunately staying way too still right now. Now, it's possible I may actually have to just kind of run right at them and take on all of these guys, but I was hoping that they might actually turn around, but it appears like they are really, really standing their ground. You know, they're in a state that actually allows that. So, as a due result, I may be breaking out the bow here in just a moment, but I'm really hoping that they decide to continue to move on so I can stab this dude in the back of the head, but unfortunately, things are not going to work out that way, and we're just going to have to break out the bow.
Very well. I've done what I can. Now I will see Otis in Alexandria. He may have found out what this is all about. What are all these soldiers doing here?
Stop right there.
Best not to draw attention here. What has happened here? This body. Oh, I fear it is Otis. Wearing the robes of a scribe. It is indeed Otis. Poor man. Signs of torture. Someone tried to make him talk. Letters and papers from the royal palace. Poor girl. One of the servants. Scrolls about the palace budget. Nothing of interest. This is Otis's blood. He tried to flee. They were determined to leave no witnesses. He was attacked in his sleep. And this jar has something in it. Letters and papers from the royal palace. Nothing of use here. Wearing the robes of a scribe. It is indeed Otis. Poor man. Signs of torture. Someone tried to make him talk. Hidden notes. Must be important. You did fine work to gather this information, Otis. As you traverse the Duat, I swear to you, if I get the chance, I will make certain this General Rufio pays.